What's up guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're back again this week with another video for you. So today I'm going to be making a quadruped robot with 8 servo motors. Servo motors these days are really expensive and they cost a lot of money. So I'll be making it with 8 instead of 12. This is a part 2 of the first part. The first part wasn't so good, so enjoy this one. Now let's get to the list of things you'll need to build this. For this build you'll need 8 servo motors, an Arduino Nano, 3 breadboards, an RGB LED, 3 220 ohm resistors, a bunch of wires, like 30 something, and a 6-volt battery, and a blue cable. The body of the quadruped robot is going to be 4 servo motors. These 4 servo motors are going to be connected from the top with 2 other pieces of acrylic, like this, and then there's going to be servo motors at the sides over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one side on from here to the other side over here, like this. And there, that's one of them done. You do the same thing for the other one. The other one goes right in front of it, like over here. I'll show you that as well. And now time for the other one, which goes on right here. Okay, so now I'm going to glue on the servos. I'm going to connect the one servo over here and the other servo right next to like this. So it's going to connect on like that. There, connected servo number 2. And I also connected my finger onto it as well. The next two I'll do it off camera. The second last thing to build this is putting on the feet. The feet are just 8x2 pieces of Lego. There's 4 8x2 pieces of Lego, and each of them come on the sides over here. You realize how there's little holes? The first hole is where the screw goes, because the screw sticks out. If you were to put it on like this, then you can see that the screw is kind of pushing the Lego piece out. So that is why we're going to connect it on like this, so it doesn't really do anything like that, and you can actually connect on properly. Now it's time to glue it on. So this is how the robot looks as of right now. 4 legs, the battery's on, and the Arduino and the 3 breadboards are going to go right up here like this. And all the wiring is going to sit on top of it. And now let's move on to the wiring. To start off, I'm going to put the RGB LED on. It's the simplest thing, and we're going to put it right over here. Now notice how the longest pin is on the left hand side. Right there, it's the second to the left. Now the resistors go like this. 1 resistor to each of the source pins. So one goes up here, all on the left, and onto digital pin number 12 on the Arduino. One goes on second source pin, and it goes to digital pin number 11. The last resistor goes on the third source pin and goes onto digital pin number 10. Make sure none of the resistors are going to touch, and the middle or the middle left wire, the middle longest wire is on the GND. So it's going to come from here and then connect right onto the GND over here. That's the RGB LED. If you want, you could test it out working or not. Now we have to extend 4 GND pins over here, 4 5V pins over here, and the same thing on this side. So we're going to be using this GND over here, the bottom right GND. This is going to come from here up to there. And 2 pins to the left is the 5-volt pin, the 5-volt supply. And this is going to connect right up here. Now you see how there's another square behind the pin. We're going to extend another GND from right there onto the back 4. And another 5-volt supply pin from here back till here. That's how the GND and the 5V look. Make sure that there's 1 square spacing between each of them. It's quite hard to see. It's right there. That 1 extra square. And now it's time to extend the pins. Now we have 8 of each colored wires. The yellow represents the GND. The black represents the 5 volts. And the blue represents the digital pins or the source pins. So all the yellow wires connect to the brown wires on the servo pins. All the black wires connect on the red wires of the servo pins. All the blue wires connect onto the yellow side of the servo. I hope that was quite clear, because now I'm going to connect it and things are going to get really messy. Enjoy this time lapse of connecting this stuff on. So now that's all the wiring done. All we have to do is connect it onto the
servos
and upload the code. So over here, these blue wires are the digital pins. They're not really that confusing. There's 8 of them, and they go on digital pin number 2 through 9. So all the digital pins between 2 and 9 are like these blue ones, and they go onto the yellow servos. Now let's connect it. Okay, so I'll wire one servo up, and the others will be time lapse. The yellow goes into the brown. The black goes into the middle wire, the red one, the 5-volt supply. And all the way up here, you take the first blue one and connect it over here, like that.
So that's 1 servo done and 7 more to go.
Okay, so at the end of the day, this is how it looks after all the wiring and all the connecting. I added 2 zip ties to each of the ends to keep the wires together, and I added a rubber band at the middle to hold the 2 zip tie thingies together. Now it's time to upload the code and see if the robot works. Okay, so here's the robot finalized with the code uploaded. All you have to do is put the battery wires in and it should work. Let me explain how the battery wires are. The red wire, which goes extended to the blue wire, goes on the VIN pin. The VIN is another pin for the 5 volts. So that's where the red wire goes, and the black one goes onto any GND pin on your robot. My GND pin is right there. See the white one? Yeah, see the white one connected to GND, and the one behind the white one is also partially the GND. So when you connect it there, it gets uploaded. So here's what the bottom looks like. Some of you may be thinking what this huge platform at the bottom is. It's just a piece of Lego that holds the whole thing up instead of like falling apart, because before when I moved one of the legs up, the whole thing would just topple that way. So you should try this as well. If this happens to your robot, just try this and it should work. So here's a montage of everything working.